Yeah, it's your girl Tammi. Welcome to Tammy's Take. It's Tammy's Take. Yeah, we set the pace, breaking down the buzz from every space. From what's on your screen to what's making waves. Real talk, bold thoughts. Yeah, we keep it brave. Turning popular culture into engaging conversations. Tap in. This is Tammy's Take.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tammy's Takes. So I've been gone for a few, but I'm back. And I want to kind of discuss what these particular videos are all about. I want to take things that come up in pop culture, movie topics, even politics, and just have engaging conversations with you guys here on my YouTube channel. I was off for a minute because life be life in it, and we know how that goes. And content creation can be another job, and I do have a regular 9-to-5. And sometimes with creating content, you just kind of get stagnant. So I was kind of trying to figure out what type of content I wanted to share and how to have these engaging conversations with you guys. So this one's going to be a little bit long because I am going to do a series that I am calling Tammy's Elevation Series. So this is my take on just becoming the better version of myself. Just to give you a little bit of background, I am in my 40s. As you can see, I'm an African-American woman. I work in healthcare. These are all things that kind of make up who I am as a person, right? But I also started thinking about, well, what can I do to be the best version of myself? I'm not a beauty influencer or a fashion girly. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't really like a lot of jewelry. I tend to kind of just be an easy breezy girl, right? But as I am aging, as I am getting into those years where being polished and put together is something that can carry me further, I want to kind of go on this journey with you guys. So a part of some of my Tammy Takes videos will be showing you how I'm elevating myself, and I hope that some of those videos can help you become the best version of yourself as well. So as I was going on this research journey and researching ways to kind of be at your highest self, there are so many different levels to get to the best version of yourself. There's growing spiritually, there's growing financially, there's opening your eyes to so many things that can make you the best version of yourself. But I don't want to start with the deep stuff like elevating spiritually and elevating financially and elevating mentally. That takes the long game. But how can you elevate yourself with some of the basic things, right? So the first step is I am going to try to make a concerted effort to spruce up my style, elevate my style a little bit. As you can see, I came with like a bun, which is my normal hairstyle. I'm either in a bun or a wash and go. I am usually wearing some form of a t-shirt or some form of athleisure wear or comfortable wear. I'm a jeans and t-shirt girl, as I stated, but I do want to give my take on how to elevate your personal style and in turn elevate yourself. So one of the taglines or punches that I've heard in all of my years of being a woman is when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you do good. And I think that has some truth to it. You know, the way you present yourself into the world is a way to kind of elevate yourself in different spaces. And so I went on this journey to figure out, okay, well, what style am I? What is the best colors for me? What is the best silhouettes for my shape? How will that change as I am trying to get healthier and losing weight? Because that's also a part of this elevation process, is elevating myself in my health space. I mean, I am a health educator, so I should be practicing what I preach. in all facets of my health. There are certain things that I do really, really well on, and there are certain things that I still struggle with when it comes to being the healthier version of myself. And I think the healthier version of yourself is also the elevated version of yourself. So the first thing, which I think is just kind of the basic ways to get to the higher version of yourself, is to kind of look the part. That's usually the easiest, I think. And also, the may be more expensive if you need to revamp your whole entire wardrobe, but it's the one that you can kind of tangibly do in the moment. You can look up what's your color palette. You can look up your best, the best things for your shape. You can look at how to accentuate the positive and take away the negative. Where did that come from? I'm aging myself because that came from like Sesame Street. Take away the positive. Okay. Focus. That's another way to elevate myself. Trying to stay out of the brain fog, because if you are going through perimenopause, women, you understand you will have one thought and it will go out your brain in 2.5 seconds, and then you just have to redirect your whole life. But the one thing that I do want to focus on is the style part of elevating myself. So I hope you guys come on this elevation journey with me. Leave tips, comments below as well if you are trying to increase your what's the word I'm looking for? If you're trying to elevate yourself in any way, if you're trying to get more financially prosperous, if you are trying to advance in your career, if you're trying to go on a health journey, whatever that looks like for you, if you're trying to awaken your spirituality and deconstructing some things that you learned prior, it being maybe growing up in the church or not growing up in the church at all, and how you can get to your higher self spiritually. If you are trying to elevate yourself mentally and emotionally, maybe you've been going through some things that has stagnated you with your psychology. You know, some of us have mental blocks that keep us from being the best version of ourselves. Or you may have all of that, you know, going for you, and you really just need to revamp your style because you're getting older, you're getting wiser, and you want to look more well put together and polished. The reason I did this is because now I'm entering that phase where I am a full grown woman, and I want to walk into the world, and even not even the world, I want to even be in my home around the people that know me best. I want to be the best version of myself, and that takes starting from the bottom, sometimes revamping your outer layer and then pulling back those layers to make sure that your deep rooted layers are elevated. So this video, as I explained all of that 7 minutes in, this video for me is just kind of doing my take on the style part, which is just like the outer layer of who you are. How do you dress yourself? And then we'll go from the outer all the way in. And that in for me is usually my spiritual self, my soul. So as I said before, I am a jeans and t-shirts girl. I am not one to really care about clothing, and I care about how I present myself. I'm just not the girl that spends 5 hours doing makeup and hair. As you can tell, like I said, this bun, this is my look for most of the day, and usually this is how I've been looking since I was probably in my 20s. If I went out, I would definitely dress up and put on some clothes and look nice and cute for the event. But I wanted to present this best version of myself, not only when I'm in the world, but also for myself and, for my husband, for the people that are around me. They get to see the best version of me because I'm a very spirited person. I am a very happy, light-filled person. I love bringing joy to spaces. I love making sure that when people are around me, they feel good. And sometimes I can't be that when I kind of don't look put together. if that makes sense. So this part is just trying to figure out what style I was. So I took a couple of tests, and you can Google some of these things. I went on Color Me, and this isn't sponsored by Color Me or anything. I'm not even to that point yet. But I did Color Me. I also did a search on what is my body type, and then I also did things to say what type of clothing and what type of style fits my body type and my personality. So for me, you guys, my personality is kind of whimsical, kind of hippie-like. I am a bohemian, chic type of style. I like free flowing. I like colors that are vibrant. I like whimsical. I like layers of clothing. I like things that aren't too constricting. And I also like things that can still be put together, but not very much like structured. I do like some structured pieces now. Don't get me wrong. A good blazer can last. A good structured blazer and a good structured coat. I love a trench coat. Can definitely be something that's in my wardrobe. But for the most part, I really like things that flow. Empire waist, off the shoulder with bell sleeves. I like a good flare jean. Good flared jean, almost bell bottomy. So I recognize that I'm more on the bohemian side with a little bit of classic. I do like some classic pieces. I do like a good pencil skirt and a good dress. But those are the kinds of things that I geared to or I gravitate to. The other thing that I wanted to kind of implement to help me elevate my style and in turn go on the different process of elevating to my best self is I had to figure out what color palette fits my skin tone. I was going towards black and gray and white, which most people like, but when I was picking things that were color, for some strange reason, I thought that I looked good in pastels, and I don't. I don't look good in pastel colors. I also don't necessarily look good in muted colors or earth tones, which as a bohemian person, I like earth tones, but certain earth tones just don't work for me. So I did Color Me, and Color Me showed me that I was a dark winter, and I would have thought that I was an autumn through and through and through when I was looking at the autumn palettes. But apparently I am a dark winter. And if you don't know anything about color palettes and using your skin tone, so your hair, your eyes, and your actual skin tone to see what colors look good on you, I would suggest you researching that to get what actually will make your wardrobe work for your actual tones. So I am a cool winter or a dark winter. I look good in things like royal blue, gray, but like a heather gray. I look good in black, stark white, apparently like a winter white. Coral was one of the colors, red, purple, teals, which purple and teal, I don't even know why I didn't think of that, because those are actually my favorite colors. I love a teal. I love a purple being my number one and teal being my second. Now there are levels to the purple. I cannot wear like lavender or lilac, but I can wear deep purples. I can wear purples that are closer to that cool tone. I also learned that the neutrals that work best for me are actually an espresso brown and a charcoal gray. I said heather earlier, but a charcoal gray, excuse me. And then of course, a deep black or dark black and a stark white, which I enjoy all of those particular colors. The more springer colors or the more lighter colors that work for me are more of a like a coral, not like a hot pink, not a soft pink, which I don't like pink anyway, But if I was to wear yellow, I can't wear like a pale yellow or a light yellow. I would have to wear a dark yellow or almost, if you're hearing thunder, it is because it is raining. And Mother Nature don't want me to be great. But anywho, as I was saying, mustard yellow is a good color on me. I thought that I looked good in oranges, but apparently I have to wear like the red oranges or the oranges that almost kind of look coral, not the oranges or like a burnt orange. I can't wear like tangerines and things of that nature. So I was actually shocked at the color palettes that worked for me and how many of those colors I actually really enjoyed, but I rarely gravitate to. So that was the one thing that helped me kind of realize with style that I should get colors that bring out my features but bring out my tone in a beautiful way and work with my skin tone. I know a lot of melanated women, they live in color, and they definitely can wear a lot of colors. And I do say that some of the other colors in the other parts of the palette, like summer palette, spring palette, and autumn palette, I can see myself wearing some of those colors, but as accent colors, and still using my foundational colors, which are dark winter, to kind of help bring the outfit together. So the other thing I noticed too, as I am elevating my style to elevate my whole self, is to wear clothes that accentuate the shape that you are currently. And then as you are losing weight or gaining weight, or, if you become pregnant or if something does occur, then you can switch up those particular, you can switch up that style. I have been, for the last couple of years, a spoon-shaped. I probably have always been a spoon-shaped. I'm saying like my shape has changed drastically. So what a spoon-shaped woman is, they have, nice size breasts, but they're not overly huge. Like they go with your body. My breasts go with my body. They have a defined waist that is smaller than their breasts and their hips, and then their hips are top heavy, meaning you have the women that are shaped like a pear where their hips are kind of at that bottom part of their hips. My hips start a little bit higher, so my shape is more like breast, waist, hip, and then kind of goes the hip dips, and then legs. And so knowing that my shape is a spoon shaped, I had to find things that fit my body type. You sometimes get into the mode, and this is when I mean you, this is me. I get into the modes where I see an outfit that I think is very cute, and I'm like, oh, I like the way that looks on the model. I like the way that looks on the girl that I saw it in the store, or whomever has that outfit on. And I get it on me, and I think I can put it off. And then I don't pull it off. And then I'm back in jeans and a t-shirt because I'm like, oh, this was a mistake. So instead of spending money on things that happen to just be cute, I want to learn to spend money on things that fit not only my personality, which is the bohemian / classic, but also fits my body. Now, luckily for me, a lot of things that are in the bohemian style look really good on spoon-shaped women, especially if you are a little bit on the heavier side. I am in the process of losing weight. I've already lost 20 pounds. My heaviest was 252, and I'm 20 pounds from that. I want to get back to a size that's comfortable for me, and not necessarily the scale number, but just how I feel with like joints and things of that nature. But that will be in another video on how you can elevate yourself with your health. But I do know that my shape has been consistent. I've always had a defined waist. I've always had ample bosom, and I've always had like bigger thighs and legs in that upper hip area. Excuse me. So I'm not going I don't necessarily think my shape will change that much as I lose weight, but we'll see as I go on this journey. But for now, I am a spoon-shaped woman, and I need to dress the part, or I need to dress to fit my body, and I know that will make me feel better about how I present myself and feel better about how I feel about myself too. I just got some pieces that were definitely in my little mood board for spoon-shaped bohemian chic dark winter, because I put all of that on my little Pinterest board, and I realized, like, when I put those pieces together, it all did come together, and it did make me feel really, really good. And when I put the outfit on, it kind of gave me a little bit more energy to be more vibrant in my speech, more vibrant in how I present myself. Now, that's not hard for me. I can have on a garbage bag and still be funny and still come in with jazz hands. But I do want to say, if I am going to come in with that personality and that energy, I want the look to be, I want the look to match the personality. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I got some jeans, a straight leg jeans and some flare jeans. I will never ever do skinny jeans again, because I just look like a moose. I don't know why I thought I was going to look good in skinny jeans, but the skinny, I don't know. Or even wide leg. Depending on the wide leg, I can manage it, but then other times it just adds more to my body. I also recognize that I look really good with like off the shoulder, or is it box neck? Anything that like accentuates this part, like my clavicle, my shoulders, my décolletage, anything that like can accentuate up here, I really look good in. So I've been looking at even my t-shirts, looking at t-shirts that are, and then I look good in more structured t-shirts. I was thinking to get more boxy shirts because I do have a belly, but I'm learning that if I get structured shirts, but they hit me at a certain level, then like a peplum looks really good on me, or a structured V t-shirt, but with like certain darts or certain structures in the waist, because my waistline is actually very inward. The belly part, we working on it. Don't judge me. I actually have a really cute shirt on now, but I don't feel like standing up and showing you guys. It's it doesn't show off my shoulders, but it does give me that shape that isn't how my shape naturally how my shape naturally is. And so that is the first video, you guys. I am hopefully you will see the transition. I will probably come in, you know, looking a little bit more put together, but I wanted to start with this because this is how I normally am. Bun, t-shirt, sweats, my glasses. Now my skin, I'm gonna take care of my skin. I did my skin regimen. I have a little couple of like acne situations that are coming in because perimenopause and premenstrual syndrome, they shouldn't be together. They should break up. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Women in your 40s, tell me what y'all are doing, because that's also a part of me elevating myself, trying to figure out how to be in this perimenopausal space without feeling like I'm going crazy. Because some days I'm like, I'm going crazy. I went to the emergency because I was having heart palpitations, thought I was having a whole heart attack. It was a panic attack, but the lady was like, oh, you just going through hormones. I had perimenopausal flu, y'all. So y'all can leave comments, tips, prayers in the comment section to help me just get through that so I can elevate myself out of hormone havoc Okay, that's what I feel perimenopause is. It's hormonal habit, not rushing menopause. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. So that is my take on elevating your style. I would say if you are in the process of trying to reshift your style, if you're like, this is who I used to be when I was 20 and 30, and now that I'm older, or, I used to be in this particular work environment, now I'm in more corporate spaces, or if you just have been in the slump and you're like, I want to start feeling better, I want to get to the best version of myself, but I don't necessarily have the means or the tools or even the preparation to elevate myself in other ways. Like sometimes you're not ready to go to therapy, you're not ready to decenter or deconstruct some of the spiritual teachings that you may have had as you were weird. Maybe you're not financially in a place to start thinking of investments in stocks and how to raise your portfolio with your money, or even how to budget. You may not be there yet. I know we're in a economy where trying to be the best version of yourself financially is daunting, because gas is $90,000 and eggs is $105 per egg, and going to get a slice of pizza for a piece a day is basically paying a bill. So I get it, but sometimes just starting off with shopping your closet and saying, this no longer serves me, cleaning up your actual home environment to start the process of becoming the best version of yourself. Sometimes the growth is slow. Sometimes people get it really quickly. But I always say the best life is an elevated life, and the whole purpose of life is to continue to grow, to continue to find that version of yourself that is at its highest level. And so sometimes that starts with changing up your look and figuring out how to do so. So yes, by all means, if you are looking to know what your color palette is or what colors work best for you to make you feel like your best version, Color Me was a good one that I used. It was free. I know they have several websites that do the color matching. If you can afford having someone actually do it for you, a stylist to do it for you, then by all means, use a real person to help you find your style. Not everybody has that. So, if you have access to a tape measure, taking your own measurements or having someone that you trust take your measurements, and then you can implement them into several websites. I used a body calculator, and I took my measurements from, well, I know how to do my own measurements, but my best friend also did my measurements, and they pretty much have been the same. So I did that, and I just implemented that and got what my body type was. And then I also just kind of looked up what style speak to me. I took a couple of style quizzes, and every last one of them said that I was a mixture of, they said bohemian classic. I use that as bohemian chic. Like, I like my casual style to be more whimsical and peace, love, and chicken grease. And then my more professional style is, more put together, but still flowy, wrap dresses, empire dresses, things of that nature. And I'm gonna always probably be a jean and t-shirt girl though, but I can be a jean and t-shirt girl at an elevated style. So that is this video. Look out for the next elevation video coming soon. But in the in-between time, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Please help the channel grow. Right now, I'm not even trying to get monetized, but we never know. But I do just want to build a community, have these type of conversations. And of course, in between the elevation videos, I will get back to commentating on commentating on topics that have surfaced on the news or social media and trying to bring engaging conversations on those particular topics, as well as still doing Tammi Takes on television. Also look out for my more educational videos that will be centered around health topics, because like I said, I am a health educator, and that is also going to help me stay diligent with not only bringing you guys health education, but also living healthy as well. And so I look forward to bringing you those topics and helping all of us grow and learn about health topics that may not pop up in your everyday, but you do want to be aware of them, because you never know how your health can change in a moment. So look out for those videos as well. Well, it was nice seeing you guys. I'm planning to try to do this every week, and I just hope that you guys come on this journey with me. If you know of any websites or any resources to help with the style elevation, drop them below. I would love to look at them. If you have any places that you are like, oh, this is definitely bohemian classic or bohemian chic, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Bye.
Stations. Tap in. This is Tammy's Take.